It's very high energy, very exhausting. You get the sense that we're only at the very beginning of something that's going to be extraordinarily big.
The Effective Altruism Summit is the first time that effective altruists from around the world, the United States, Australia, the UK and other places as well, have decided to all come together into one city to share their ideas, to share their passion, to share the techniques that they're using to change the world.
Effective altruism is asking, how can I make the most use of every minute and every dollar that I have to help others?
People trying to figure out the biggest way to improve the world at the lowest cost.
How am I going to achieve this with the greatest leverage? And effective altruism is a movement that's trying to gather all of the information that we can, all the research we can, try and find those very high leverage projects and to do as much good as we can on those projects.
So almost everybody wants to make some difference to the world with their lives. The difference between effective altruists and everyone else is that effective altruists want to do as much good with their lives as they possibly can. And they're willing to be kind of creative and interesting in the ways that they go about that. So they tend to think a lot about all the different approaches that they could potentially use for having a positive impact in the world, and then choose very strategically between those to identify the few ones or the one way that they think that they can do the greatest good possible.
Effective altruists are starting or have started to come together and to create the kind of energy in a group that they would have more trouble creating as individuals.
It's nice meeting people, especially people who I've met before but haven't seen for a long time. It's great to see how different people have progressed in their different endeavors.
But there is that feeling of coming home or of like returning to a place where people talk about the same things.
It's really refreshing that people aren't coming in, you know, like stubborn and thick-headed with like, this is the thing, this is the way it's got to be. It's like, hey, let's work together and figure this out. It's amazing.
There's just so many people out there who have this latent desire to do something really significant and important with their lives, and as soon as they encounter the effective altruist movement, they realize this is the group that I want to be with. These are people who are rational, they're people who are thoughtful, they're great to be around, they're fun, and they're doing the best things that they can find.
I've been inspired by the level of excitement I've seen. Just people who are gathered in a room, you know, applauding loudly, and just showing a lot of energy and enthusiasm for the idea of effective altruism. I think this is an idea outside of places like this. A lot of people kind of see it as something weird, as something that's kind of like Dr. Spock, as something they're not comfortable with. And so to see a large number of people in one place expressing enthusiasm and excitement for it is great.
Really, this movement is really growing. Like, I feel like I just want to blink, like, what, really? Is it really this big? Did we really just get 60 people in a house? Like, yes, we did.
Well, over the last year, the movement has had an extraordinary rate of growth. I'd say there's maybe in Oxford 300% more people working to make the world a better place now than there was a year ago in the effective altruist movement.
This is an inspiring group of people, but it's been enormously friendly. It's been a large number of people who are just really open to honestly discussing ideas. They're here because they want to be effective rather than because they're wedded to the particular cause that they've worked on so far. And I think that atmosphere of openness it's heartwarming and it's inspiring, and it's been an enormous amount of fun.